Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have all my makeup on. I'm just shocked and amazed because I've had this beauty blunder that happened actually before I got contaminated by gluten. It happened a week or two before. I got Botox for migraines and it was all over like the back of my head and down my neck and all that, and it dropped my brows dramatically. I mean, to the point that it was painful on my eyes. I had to get used to it, but it's given me extra creases, extra wrinkles, and it's been very challenging to try to figure out how to do my makeup. So as we did this Get Ready With Me, I was able to go through it with you guys, because even though you're not right here while I'm doing this, I still feel like I'm talking to you, and just knowing that you're there and you're so supportive, it gave me courage to be able to keep continuing and try to figure out how to do my eye makeup after having bad Botox. So anyways, I'll get into it. You'll hear my story, and I just want to thank you for being here. I hope you'll subscribe before you go. Appreciate you so much here at Polar Bell headquarters. I almost couldn't say that, and it's my own name. So anyway, thanks guys. Let's just get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you subscribe before you go. If you came here because you want to see how to fix your bad Botox with makeup, then I feel sorry for you. This is something we're gonna have to figure out together. This has been like my year of bad beauty blunders, none of which I did to myself for the first time. It started out with a really bad haircut, the worst haircut of my whole life. I still can't get it fixed because it's just not long enough. It's really choppy over here. There's holes in the back. It's just a nightmare. Anyway, that happened in January. I've been dealing with it almost 9 months, trying to, you know, hide the damage here for YouTube, and then raging whenever I'm off camera about it. But I did get I had a rat tail in the back when they first cut my hair, and I got that cut off, and then I felt a lot better, because otherwise I would just rage in the shower when I washed it. Anyway, so that's my first beauty blunder that I hadn't talked about. The second one, of course, is the latest gluten contamination, which you can hear about there, from a cosmetic product, and that tore up my skin, and so I've been recovering from that. What I didn't tell you in that video was that I got some really challenging Botox. I get Botox for migraines. I have a bad nerve around here, and it'll jolt through my head all the time unless it's Botoxed. But this Botox was different. She did all through my scalp. She didn't do anything on the face. She just did all through my scalp, down my neck, in my shoulder, on some trigger points. So that was kind of cool. But when she was done, my brow dropped. I mean, like, my brow is usually here. Well, this is usually a little bit more up here. And my brow dropped, and it was super heavy, and as you can see, all the skin fell down. I don't even know what to say about this. All I know is I can't do my eye makeup the way that I normally do. There's no space. The hoods have fallen down, and they're heavy on my lids. First they hurt. Right now I'm wearing some concealer and some powder, and I mean, I got all this craziness in here. It doesn't even move when I blink. You know, how are you supposed to do, this is what I'm used to. How am I supposed to do that? It's almost like you almost can't see out of it. I'm used to the brows being more normal like this, having a nice little arch. Now I have no arch. I have flat brows, and I look angry all the time. And my family says, oh, you look the same. Look angry all the time. I can do a mad face. This is my happy face. This is my scared face. This is my surprise face. I mean, I guess I'm getting a little bit of movement back. Oh, maybe I'm just doing it with my neck. Anyway, for a couple of months, it's going to be really challenging. I don't know how many Get Ready With Me will do. I don't even know how I'm going to do my makeup for the camera. But today we're going to experiment and try to find out how to do eye makeup for bad Botox. This is a Smith 247. My Smith brushes are going to come in really handy, because you see how they're kind of thinner than what you're used to in this kind of a brush, and they're a little bit longer, so I'm going to be able to stick them up into my lid there and deposit color if I want to, and still be able to swipe it across the lid. I've been working and working to try to figure out a solution to this problem. I haven't figured it out yet, so I hope that you'll forgive me that I don't know what to do. I've never done makeup on anyone that was older than 50, and at that time I was in my 40s, and this lady was 50. She had perfect skin, perfect lids. There was none of these challenges. So, you know, normally you'll grow as time goes into these challenges so that you can adjust as you go along, but this is just like boom, just thumped on me. So I mean, I don't know what to do, so we're gonna try to figure it out. Hopefully this will work. If not, you will never see this video. So the first thing I did was went hard on my brows. I tried to this poor pathetic brow, there is no arch at all. This one I created somewhat of an arch. This one I didn't do as good a job. I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit more, but it was probably because my hair was in the way. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Smith 302, which, as you know, is my favorite brush in the whole wide world. This is a lip brush. Look at that angle that it comes down, this tapered, rounded angle. This brush will find your lip in the dark. It will find your lip during a nuclear blast. It will find your lip no matter what you do, and it will just perfectly hug those contours. But I want to show you another use for it because, you know, you can do what you want with your brushes. Because of its contour hugging capacities and the way that it's built, I'm going to use it with concealer, and I'm going to carve out under my brow. This is just a genius brush. It hugs the contour so well. Maybe we can raise that brow a little bit with the optical illusion of creating light there. I'm also going to put some up above my brow and use this brush that I trust so much to perfectly apply this concealer. By bringing the light up around what's supposed to be my arch, it brings that illusion of a lift. There, I lifted my brow. Let's see if I can do the other one. I would be tempted just to put on a liner and lashes and say that's all we're ever gonna do for 2.5 months. But I love to play with color, and I do love a good challenge. I'm not gonna let this defeat me. I'll find a way. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow, but I will find a way. I don't really have a particular color theme in mind that I want to do. Usually I have a theme, but you know, this is so challenging, I just don't even know what I want to do. So I'm going to just use some neutral palettes, kind of neutral palettes that Crown Brush had sent over. I am a Crown Brush affiliate, so there's a code to save you money. I have the Tuscan palette, which has some pinks, some plums, some golds, and I have the 35SN, was it Sierra something, or I don't know. Anyway, this has, you know, all the kind of warm browns, and it's got these corals that I just really adore. So I wanted to stick with neutrals, so I thought, well, what's a good neutral palette I have? Oh, I have these two. I'll just use these. So that's the first thing I want to do is put a little bit of makeup here to create the crease. The crease is right in here, you know, no matter where your lid goes, this is your crease. So one thing that you could do is always do real dark across here. If you add black or whatever, it'll hide all the folds, because I have multiple folds. There's too much skin for where my brow is sitting, since it's normally up higher. Everything is wrinkling. So unfortunate. Anyway, I want to put some stuff in the crease, and I want kind of a smaller brush. So this is the Smith 230. It's a round brush, and I'm going to just put something in here. I'm going to take this color in the Tuscan palette, work it into my brush, and go really light and sort of try to draw where I want that crease to be. And then I'm going to bring this up because I want a light, warm, happy color to come. Oh my gosh, just pulled a Bob Ross. I want it to come up here onto my brow bone. which I hardly even can see anymore. But I want to put it up into my brow bone to create that idea of lift. I cannot believe this is what I'm dealing with up here. Can't believe it. I always had really large brow space, you know. So it's kind of shocking when it happens all at once. We'll go here, make our happy little circles, and draw our color up towards the arch. I'm going to take my Smith 247. This is a really nice brush. See how thin it is? And I'm going to jam some darker color into where these folds are. This is so frustrating. But that's what we're going to do. This one right here. And I'm just going to put it on just one side of the brush. I'm going to work it into my brush. And I'm going to sort of push it in along the bottom of the crease. Just create some depth with that dark color. It'll sort of help camouflage the folds a little. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do in this situation. Am I right? Am I right? I don't want to transfer it up all into where I have the happy little color. So that's why I'm just putting it on one side of my brush. Pushing it into those folds, which aren't going to move when I blink anyway. I think I'm just going to do a shimmer lid and girl, this is challenging. Anyway, I'm going to take my Esom W21, which is really small. It's about 3/8 of an inch, maybe. By the way, I like how these apply. I haven't worn them like for all day yet or anything, but I do like how they apply and they seem easy to work with. I'm going to take this peachy color and I'm going to just start laying it down on my lid. The other thing about this bad Botox, or this Botox that doesn't work for beauty, is my liner is really challenged because I have multiple folds over here. And I do like to wear a liner, but that's challenging now. What I like about these Esom brushes is that they mimic a finger application if you just push a little harder, and then you're making that pigment so that it becomes more foiled by smushing it, which is what you do with your finger. I want to come in the middle, well, towards the inner with a lighter color, and I want to be very careful because again, the skin has dropped, so it's super duper wrinkly there, because it should be up like this. So it's dropped and it's all super wrinkly. I don't want to, you know, show off how wrinkly it is, but I do want to get some shimmer. So I'm going to take this one because it's pink based and I love pink. This is a crown brush I just got over the weekend. It's in a little set, and it's, what I like is they've sent me 2 sets that have really teeny tiny little unique brushes that I've never experienced before in any other brand. Anyway, I want to be very controlled, so I really want to use these teeny tiny little brushes to apply my inner corner. Let me show you if I can. This is, I can't remember what the name of this set is, but this is the Pro Eye set. Let me show you in comparison to like this pencil brush, in comparison to the MAC pencil brush. I mean, look at that. See how much bigger a regular pencil brush is? This is teeny tiny. It has great control. And look at this one. I'll compare this to like the MAC 226. Look how teeny tiny that is. You have the ultimate control to go in here and do what you want. I think it's really cool. And I'm glad they sent them because I'm having a lot of fun with them. I love this idea of really teeny tiny little detailed brushes so that you can get in there and just lose yourself in specific details. I want to use one of these purples, this one or this one, and put it out here in the outer. And I think I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to smash it in there so that it doesn't go all over. And I'm going to use this brush that came in this new set, this synthetic brushes. I'm going to smush it in my brush so I don't get a lot of fallout, and then I'm going to pat it in. Purple was a good choice. Did have a little bit of fallout doing it that way, so I'm going to use my Esom brush, my W23. If I had another W21, I'd use that because I need really small brushes right now. Oh, there we go. That's laying it down the way I want. See if I can put a little out on that fold. So I'm trying to give it a little bit of the V that I usually have, but you know, it's kind of hard with all these folds, and I really have to push it into the folds to get any color in there and to hope it'll stay. It's weird when your skin acts like this. So now I'm going to blend it out a little bit. I'm going to go in with that first color that we used and just blend this out a little. Look at that, I have an eyelid. Gotta kind of scrub it out. And then because I want it a little bit brighter and a little bit happier up here, I'm going to go to the SN palette, and I'm going to use something happy. I hope I'm not going to regret this. I'm going to take this color, blend it into my brush, because I just want it really faint and light, and make a happy little color. Lift that brow. This is MAC 252. I'm going to go back in and put some of this inner highlight color under my brow. Maybe if it glows, nobody will notice. So I need a little bit concealer. This is a Beauty Junkies concealer brush. I'm going to powder my under eyes. My concealer looks a little heavy today. I never powder my under eyes. But I got this Hourglass powder at the Sephora sale. It's awesome. I really like it so far. I've only used it a couple times, but wow, I really like it. Okay, I still gotta do my lashes, but I want to do some blush. I'm gonna take the Ciate Date Night blush. I think they might be leaving Sephora. My Sephora said they're not carrying it anymore. Well, they said that they weren't carrying it at that location. I don't know. I'll be really sad. I like their stuff. This is a Real Techniques blush brush. I like it a lot. I like to dab my blush on so that it doesn't go on too heavy in one spot, you know, like memories of junior high. Benefit Bag Gal Bang Mascara. Love it. Because I feel like my eyes will completely disappear if I put a liner on the upper lids, I am going to line, like tight line, with my Inglot JLo Midnight Gel Liner. If you don't know how to tight line, it's just pushing color up from underneath into your lash line. Gel liner is actually a really good way to tight line because it will stay put. So you want to get off the excess in your lid or wherever you want to put it. Oh, I used my Stilazzi liner brush, angle liner. For lips, I'm going to use a Buxom Pillow Pout that I got at the Sephora sale. This one's called So Spicy. I really like these. They just glide on so well. They're lipstick on this puffy thing. And the lipstick's in there and you just smush it in there and then you just apply it. Application is super easy. They're not drying. And they are long lasting. I think I bought 4 and I want to get them all. We forgot highlighter. For highlighter, I'm going to use, I don't feel like I really need a highlighter. Do you? I mean, it'd be weird for me not to wear one since I am a highlighter queen. But I'm going to use the Ciate Moonlight highlighter that I got in my Ipsy bag in August. And I have ordered the full size from Sephora during the Sephora sale. It'll be here tomorrow. Or today as you see this video. Anyway, I'm going to use this crown brush that I like so much that they sent to me, C529. And I just want just a little bit of highlight. Just a nice little glow. So I'm not going in heavy, but I am going to go up here. Oh! Now that looked heavy. Maybe because the plane on my head is different than what I'm used to looking at. Oh, we should have done the Cupid's bow before we did our lip. Make my husband want to kiss me, right? So there we go. I want to thank you guys for bearing with me in this kind of chatty video, and actually doing it with you gave me courage. I didn't think that I'd be able to do any eye makeup while this Botox is in effect. It'll be different, it'll be challenging, and I may not be able to do very many get readies with me, which would be unfortunate because I have several new eyeshadow palettes that I want to show you and share with you. But anyway, thank you so much. It actually worked out. I'm shocked, I'm amazed. A lot of it is thank you to the brushes I used, because if you don't have, you know, the right brushes for your needs, it's just not going to go that easily. So yeah, I'm excited about it. Thanks for coming in. I hope you'll subscribe before you go. Leave me a thumbs up and tell me how you deal with your beauty blunders. Thanks guys, bye.